Well, it looks like, nothing's going on with silver, right? Nothing. And, now they're talking about the markets are rebounding, right? Well, that may not be. I'm not sure about that deal. Now, my expectations, like I said before, on silver is that, it's going to have to be taken off pretty soon. I'm saying late summer, September, right? Right around the corner, 3 weeks. And then it could take off fast. If it takes off too fast, it's going to crash faster than it takes off. If we hit new records on this damn thing inside of 7 months or something, it's going to crash like a stone. I'll say you that. But, eventually it's going to go up over 100. Yeah, I know that. And actually I saw the Canadian Mint is coming out with coins with $100 stamped on them, which tells you what's going to come out in the future. Silver's going to be worth at least $100. Definitely. But for now, But what you're really waiting on is the powder keg in the Middle East and Iraq is waiting to freaking blow up. And I don't know when it's going to happen. It's amazing it didn't happen already. It looked like it was going to happen about a month ago. But as I noted before, every time the alternative media comes out with the Illuminati numbers and they're dropping hints and the end is near, it's almost a guarantee it's not going to happen. But, yeah, also, I always put this cat, or one of those cats I got on a video all the time. And this one, I want to just ad-lib on this damn cat. This Rocky cat I got, it's like a freaking dog, man. He walks around. Cats are usually smooth. They don't knock things over. Not him. Klutz. And he goes, meow. That's what he does, man. Drives the other cat nuts too, because he likes to, he goes like, hey buddy, like a dog, man. He's a nut. And he makes a lot of noise. But anyway, there's a big fear going out, and actually fear is one of your biggest tactics of getting you to buy silver later on, where the majority is going to buy it at really super high prices. Because I think eventually, if it does settle at $100 or more than $100, it could super spike way the hell over $100, way beyond what the fundamentals say and the debt and all those other. They'll come out with reasons why it's going to be that high. Oh, the debt is so high, the dollar's going. But I just think there's going to be a fake out run up before the final big run up, which is I think this final big run up is around 2018. I've been saying that, It can happen all at once because war changes stuff. I know, there's been, I looked at stuff from way back. Even there was all these mathematical geniuses. They had all these. They didn't have computers back then. This is around the turn of the century, before World War I. That's pretty much telling you what I'm going to say. They had all these statistical ways, mathematical ways to predict the markets. If this happens, do this, and this happens, and do that. As soon as World War I came on board, all that stuff got thrown out the world and out the window. That this genius was using for predicting the stock markets, and he lost his ass because all the mathematical models were just garbage after that because of unexpected events. That's why, I do know in principle that if the Middle East blows up really bad and oil goes really up really high, gold is going to go up really high and silver is going to go up too, a lot, and catch up even probably and surpass gold in gains, percentage gains. But there's a game of all kinds of garbage hitting us on all kinds of fronts. There's a game of fear. Ebola is a new fear out there. And I'm like, yeah, man, I got the cure right here. Just joking. Ester C gummy vitamins, anyway. Actually, supposedly any antiviral effective treatment is actually what it's intravenous, not the gummies. Joking with that junk. But it's intravenous vitamin C per Dr. Linus Pauling. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, colloidal silver, it ain't gonna work fast enough, dude. It's actually depleting. What it supposedly Ebola does is it depletes the body of vitamin C really fast. But it's just like anything. Disinformation is out there left and right, all over the place. The major media is influenced the alternative media. And I can actually tell you, anytime you got a big, long, hour-long, slick production, like Russia Today is another good one for that stuff, that there's big money behind it. They're giving you alternative news with a special slant, or it's filtered in a certain way. It's disinformation alternative news. But, I just can't say, I don't have a crystal ball, but a lot of people are saying oil is getting ready to skyrocket. Even though we got all these methods coming online where the price of gasoline can drop, and there's going to be all this new stuff even coming out of Australia. They're going to be the big powerhouse of oil producers, bigger than Saudi Arabia, with all the Akarango Basin. They got all the oil over there. They found like many times more the oil reserves in Australia than they ever found they thought was there, and Australia always had a lot of oil. I think it's like 40 times. Well, it's not coming online in the meantime, so I mean, if there's a major war in the Middle East and Iraqi refineries get blown up and knocked offline, even 1/3 of them, that's all it takes, and oil's going to go to $200 a barrel, like nothing. That's what I think the Western elite, the oil barons, want. But I think the major thing that's really going to be the one thing that's going to push it up is when they got the green light to export oil. Because they're going to export oil to anybody. I mean, even if China turned out to be our belligerent enemy, they'll export it to China, believe me. They'll make money off the deal. That's the way they'll do it. See, right now they don't have the ability to export oil. But that's when I think oil's going to go right through the freaking roof, and gold's going to go way the hell up. That's pretty much, they correlate a lot then. And then also when gold and oil go way up exponentially, that's always when silver goes up. So that's another tip-off. But, they're trying to get it where they can export oil, but they don't have that in there yet. They don't have it in there yet. So anyway, that's pretty much, I'm not giving you much of an update because there isn't really much of an update. Actually, I started doing a lot more of this. I don't know if this has nothing to do with silver. This Power Zapper CC2 Constant Current 2. I've been using this thing a lot. Actually, I'd be worked out 2.5 hours on an elliptical doing the 4-point zapping, 3 points positive. I don't know. I feel fine. I could have done more, but it was getting too late at the night, and I was like, hey, man. And I got to start doing my taxes, so I was working on it to schedule D's for the entity and me for... because I do extensions all the time, man. You know what I mean? Working on that till like 5:30 in the morning. So I was like, I don't know. Part vampire, man. I stay up late. But anyway, that's the whole deal. Just be patient with it. That's another. I'm just gonna state that again, though. It's a major tip-off. When the Canadian coins are being minted with $100 Canadian on there, man, I was like. That's telling me silver's going up a couple bucks, man. That's expectations for the future. We may be using the dollar for like many, many, many more years in the United States, except you're going to need a hell of a lot more of them. And the only way you're going to get a whole hell of a lot more of them is if you have silver now. I don't know exactly, and I think there's, like I said, I think there's going to be one fake out rise, and it's going to come down even faster. And then you're going to have the final rise probably like in 2018. But by that time, I hate to say it, but the way things look and the way they're orchestrated, I hate to say this shit because it's like, I think they're moving towards World War III. Nobody wants to think that. I'm not trying to play fearmonger here. I don't want to actually think that, but I think they got a game plan going with that. With the way they've been playing with China and giving them technology and Putin playing his little game, they're all in on it. The only people who are going to get screwed up is the regular people. And so, I don't know. But just chill out for now. It don't look like nothing like that's coming out on the horizon just yet. It might be down the road though. So if we have an economic catastrophe in the United States, you know, I already know what the alternative media is going to do. They're going to turn against the United States and say, oh, Putin's our hero. I hate their guts. I'll just leave it with that. I can't stand the alternative media. I can't. I don't like the major media. I don't like the alternative media. I'm giving you a different view from both of them. That's just how it is.